Welcome to Power Talk with Tori and Savvy.
Hi, you guys.
Hello.
Today we are talking about over-planning entrepreneurs. Savvy, how do you feel about that?
I feel that when it comes to being an entrepreneur and over planning, you have to make sure that you do your research first. Because if you don't do your research first, you'll start anywhere. And if you start anywhere, then you don't have the pieces to even start. And you'll land somewhere and you'll be just out in the field getting ate up by those wolves in that area that you're trying to get into. And that's what happens to a lot. And you be feeling like you're doing something, but really you in it.
Yeah, so researching and like creating that foundation. You know, a team, figuring out what exactly are you trying to visualize and bring it to reality.
You have to bring it to reality and make sure that people can relate and be very transparent, because building has to be natural. We talked about this in the last one, but like copying people, make sure that when you do your research, it's authentic, it's your own words, you know, it's your own movement, it's all you. So when you get into over planning, you get to, you know, picking up all these different ideas, but you got to make sure it's the idea for you and just you.
Yes. Be intentional.
Very intentional.
That's how I try to be when I do
any. Good motive too.
Yeah, with any creative project that I do, I try to sit down and really figure out like what audience am I trying to target? What point am I trying to get across? Because you don't want to just be like just doing, and it don't come together. That foundation.
Yeah, the foundation is very important. I like how you kind of put that together with the audience, because when you target an audience, you got to know what audience is the era that we in now. So it's like the audience is constantly changing. You got to try to figure out, okay, what's the audience to this day? Is it the people who going to listen to this? Is it the people that's going to, you know, like these pictures? Is this the people that, you know, you got to kind of stay on timing with it. So for me, that used to be really hard. At first I used to just like, I ain't gonna lie, I used to just do stuff. I'd be like, I'm just gonna do it because I wanna be me. But I started to like wake up and get out of my world and be like, what's going on outside of my social media? What's going on outside of what I'm writing down on a notepad? And that became very important to me. So it's like now it's hard to be like, okay, so what's going on? That means you gotta scroll, read books, you know, different things. And I
be
really
enlightened on what's
going on. Yeah. I love to read, but I feel like now when I'm more on hands-on, so I feel like every season is different too. You know, just to bring what you need as an entrepreneur. And it's very hard as an entrepreneur starting off. Like they be talking, this is so cliche. They be like, don't just quit your job. We was talking about that the other day. You come up with an idea, you'll write some down and be like, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. Get mad at the boss, I quit. That's an immature idea. Guess what? You may have got that vision to be an entrepreneur, but they sell this thing in a world that is not okay to, you know, work a 9-to-5 where you're not that typical, you know.
Use your 9-to-5 to fund
build
your
business.
business.
Yes. And if you're not saving your funds and you just being an entrepreneur, you're not pointing to your business, that's when it's immature. Like if you're working a 9-to-5, you need to be disciplined. Hey, I'm gonna save this because I know this is what I want to build. But I want to tell you guys, if you're working a 9-to-5 and you're an entrepreneur, that is totally okay. Don't let nobody discourage you from that. You know, just learn how to save. That's really, really important. That's very important.
It definitely is. As an entrepreneur, I have a part-time job. I have a catering business. Like I do multiple things.
Her food's so good. I be asking for the food over and over again. I be wanting pans. She seasons her bread too.
Yes, I cater for Savvy, y'all. She asked me for 14 rolls. I said, what is your people gonna eat? Like,
nothing.
like I was saying, like I have, you know, multiple streams of income. Like don't just base, you know what I'm saying, like your 9-to-5. It can take you places. I do be seeing a lot of people like, oh, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm just gonna go do this. Like being an entrepreneur is hard. You know what I'm saying? You like finding people to work with, extremely hard. Finding good help, extremely hard. Like
it's so hard because you really know you don't know their motive until it fall apart. You be like, dang, I didn't see that coming until it actually fall apart. Yeah, you know. So, and then they mess it up for people after that. That's what I'm saying. When you building, ground up. It's so important you have like the right people, because if you don't have the right people, you'll land somewhere, you know, stagnant, or you'll end up following somebody else's vision. It needs to be our vision.
Yeah.
That's very important.
And you have to establish that bond with people. You know what I'm saying? You just can't rush it. You just, yeah.
Be only quick to be on the TV or so quick to get some views. No, that's not what it's about. Entrepreneurship takes building. You got to be okay with people not seeing you now because they're going to feel you. So
it's highs and lows to it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. If this video may get 10 likes or 4 views, you know, different things like that, but the next video may get like 1 million views, and you be like, dang, that's the video.
Right.
You never know. You just gotta stay consistent. Stay consistent. And with over planning with the entrepreneur, also I want to mention, if you know that you got a 9 to 5, make sure you're not scheduling things straight at 5:30.
Yes,
5:15.
give yourself that breathing room.
Please breathe.
Because I'm telling you, with catering and modeling, I'll have to cook food for people, be at a show in like 3 hours. Where am I resting at?
I could go at 5 o'clock, like, what you cooking?
Like, no rest time, y'all, and it's really not good for me. Like, I try to have that prep time, even if it's just a long time, because, listen, once you get overwhelmed, you don't really perform your best, you know what I'm saying? And you want to give your best when you pouring into, you know what I'm saying, your business or a podcast, whatever it is. Give yourself time, y'all. I feel like we be trying to rush and put stuff out there. No, take your time. The other day, I had a shoot, had to cook.
You did, though.
I did it, but when I tell y'all I had to work today, this morning, tired, looking crazy.
But they say
entrepreneurs
don't get no sleep though. How you feel about that? It's just this motive that they push on the internet. Team no sleep. Like,
that's a damn lie. Okay, you better get you some sleep. I'm not you know that Snickers commercial when he be like, you're not yourself when you're hungry, eat a Snickers. That's me. If I don't eat, I'm hangry. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Give me a granola bar or something. Then we can talk.
Yeah. I need to eat most of the time. Sometimes that wakes me up and I be trying to fast. And you know, even with having a vision, sometimes you be trying to fast and do certain things. Make sure you're eating. Don't make sure you're not hopping in stuff immaturely. Oh, I'm gonna do this because you be seeing stuff on social media. Don't allow social media to slow you down, you know, with stuff like that, because social media will slow you down. You'll be looking like, oh, this person got this, but I'm doing the same thing, but they got more than what I have. And sometimes that discourages you. Don't allow social media to get you in a place where you tripping up on yourself and who you are, because when I tell you behind the scenes is not what's on the scenes.
Yes, and no one's posting their struggles. No one's saying, yeah, I ain't sell no place today, or yeah, I ain't do no content today. Like, nobody is telling you that experience. They're only showing you the results. Period. Like, no.
Oh, I got one.
What?
I got one. Oh, allowing people to help you when you.
Oh, I do got that bad job. Like, I just hired an assistant for my catering business, and like, we went to an event, and I was trying to do everything by myself, and she like, what did you hire me for? But I'm just so used to doing everything by myself, so I have to learn to step back and accept the help. So I'm working on it, because it's hard. People don't do stuff how you do it. So, you know,
you just do it yourself.
I feel like sometimes I be a perfectionist, and I be wanting it could be like this. I be like,
my way, or
yeah,
no way.
Yeah. But I'm learning. I'm learning.
Most definitely.
To accept that help.
I know for me, it was hard, super hard. Just last year, I learned to start letting people in. I've been hurt so much in this industry, y'all. Like, it's so crazy. My heart is so big. It's for the people. It's for the gifts. It's for everything. But it's like you get in a place to where you want to help so many people, and then, you know, those people that you want to help, you never really see their motive. You just see their heart. So with that, your heart to want to help them, and then you never really see it until they come who they want to be with the help of you, and then they turn their back. I experienced that so much to the point where I was like, you know what? Once I get the numbers, I'm done. The spirit was like, you can't do that. You need a team. You can't do everything by yourself. You know, for me, like, I have epilepsy, so I feel like if I do everything by myself, honestly, stress and all that stuff on me, okay, I gotta sacrifice something.
No, for real.
So I don't want to be that person. That's just me being honest. Like, if you know you got health problems, or you know you got anxiety and different things like that, allow people to help you, because your brand will go down the drain. You doing it like by yourself. So me opening up and just talking to people, and even if it's not the right person, that's okay. But when you do, it's worth talking to people just to find out if they are the right person.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, you're the right person for me. So
I feel like as a mental health advocate, I always tell people, like, ask for help and also be able to take those breaks, because I know people who are super ambitious, they won't stop until they get to that perfect whatever, they won't stop. I'm one of those. And like a couple weeks ago, I was in the hospital, you know what I'm saying, for my fibroids. And yeah, my whole body shut down. I couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I need help. I need people to, you know what I'm saying, run this. I need people to do this. And I don't have that help. So I do have to really learn how to, you know what I'm saying, reach out for help. And I guess just not be so...
It's that big word, y'all, trust. Like, who can... I'm just saying, like, when you build your business, you have to trust somebody to literally stand next to you and, like, gain exact the same way how you're gaining, and trust that they don't take that gain and run off. You be like, let's make sure that this is it.
Yeah.
And when it happens, it just happened. But like I said, this year I have met so many like people that love on me the way I love on them, and I'm just grateful for that. Now I feel like I'm in takeoff mode, you know, because when you meet people who really love on you, it develops this light, and you can do whatever you're trying to do for. It's like your gift and everything. So I know just having good people around you, it wakens up your gift too as well. Like if you just by yourself and you got people around you that's constantly like breaking your heart, talking bad down you, know, doing different things, you're not going to prosper because you need something poured into you.
Yeah.
Long as if you operating in your gift and entrepreneurship, and then on the outside world, people are just like steady pulling on you, breaking you down. Right. It's going to be hard to like kind of really be who you are, but
and you cannot pour from an empty cup. That's why I tell people, take those breaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, refuel yourself. And if you don't got those people,
fill your cup up.
For real though. That's good. That's real good. But no, for real, like, be around individuals who can pour into your cup when you can't fill your own cup up. Like, that's so
important.
Yeah, it's very important.
That's so important, because that is so important.
It's times where I'm not inspired, but I know that I can call Savvy, or I could shoot her a text, you know what I'm saying, and she's going to help uplift me and push me to where I'm like, okay, I probably won't do nothing today, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to get myself together.
You got it.
You know what I'm saying? Get my mental together, get my energy together.
Don't let it break you. See what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
That's how I do. She do the same thing for me, though. So it's a great thing, and I never allowed nobody to do that. I used to be like, chunk it up, I got it.
No, y'all, I will never forget. Savvy was like, you've never had good friends.
Because what friend? I was like, what's going on?
And I'm just like, okay, you're right. I don't be letting people get close to me. Like, I mean, we could do business. I'm going to be nice to you. But, like, as far as my personal business and in my life, and no. Because people just weird.
I be talking to her. She be like, I used to hear it in her voice, but she didn't say it. I used to be like, so what's going on? How you feeling? And her voice would be like, girl, I'm not finna tell you nothing. I'd be like, okay, so you ain't really had nobody good next to you. I'm going to tell you.
I'm good. I'm fine. Whole time. I'm going through it, y'all. But I can honestly say, like, just growing up and going through certain things, I've learned to mask that part of me. Like, I go through stuff, but it's got to a point where, okay, I'm going to handle this. You probably not going to know what's going on with me, and I'm going to make it look so well. And then I'm going to go home and cry. And do it all over again tomorrow.
On my pillow. Because you have to let it out. As an entrepreneur, I'm telling you, like, this is just so important. You got to let that out.
Finding my tribe of people, though, like, my people, my faves, like, I'm not gonna lie, it has been life-changing for me to have, you know, people like Savvy around, who do just push me and move and push me forward, because I have so many dreams and goals, and sometimes you can get discouraged. It ain't even got nothing to do with, you know, certain business goals. It just be like life be lifing.
Yes, life is always going to throw stuff at you, but at the end of the day, it's going to be one of those things where you got to choose whether to go positive or negative. And sometimes, it become overbearing when it's too much, and you may end up go left just a little bit. But you got to do that behind the scenes, because there's a lot of stuff. I feel like the higher you go, the more you get challenged as an entrepreneur. Like
new levels, new devils.
Yeah. Like stuff I used to address on social media, I don't do it no more, because as an entrepreneur, if somebody really want to work with me or sign a contract, sometimes they go back like so far on your profile to see if they invest this much money, this much time, like is it worth it? And I kind of heard that from somebody who wanted to invest into my nonprofit that was really reputable. They was like, okay, well, we got to view your profile. We got to look at your credentials. What are your numbers? The question they was asking me, so they kind of changed my outframe on, okay, when I get mad, do I write this status out? I'm the person that I would type a status and then be like, you know what, discard. And then just... I'm telling you, but that's one of the most challenging things, is like allowing yourself to get burnt in the field and you can't address it openly. You have to like cry on your pillow. You got to have those good friends to talk to, because if you don't, you're going to be on social media just ruining your image. You can't do that. You can't be cursing all the time. Like, it's a lot of good entrepreneurs out there. They got great gifts, but when I be struggling on social media, you cursing too much. Like, nobody wants to see that. That's professional. You may catch me slipping up and saying things behind the scenes, but that's different. Like, I just really don't like that. Like, if I see you really gifted, but you on social media like, F that, my baby daddy this, nobody cares about your baby daddy.
Yeah, nobody.
So we want to know, what are you doing next? What is the next thing that we can look forward to? Like, what is your next adventure? Who are you?
Yeah.
We don't want to know who your baby daddy is.
It don't pay to address certain things, because people be clout chasing. They see you on the rise. They see you, straight leveling up, and they want to attach themselves to it in a negative way, though. So it's like some
What was that word that was called that you said? Trauma bond. What's that?
Trauma bonding. Yeah. Okay.
Talk about it.
Do y'all know what trauma bonding is? Trauma bonding. When you and someone have went through similar experiences, right? And y'all like, oh my God, we got so much in common.
Thing.
No. Y'all supposed to be growing from that. Okay, yes, we have this similar experience. Now let's grow from that. Not let's rehash that every single time. Like, no, that's trauma bonding. It's not it, y'all.
If it's not light and love every time you talk, it can start like, it's the thing when you meet somebody new, right? And you coming into who you are and building your business, and you learning that person. It's like, oh, okay, well, tell me about you. Because building your business, you want to know, like, these people background. That's another thing. You got to take in other people's energy. You got to take in they pain, just like a relationship.
Yeah.
You take on their baggage because you know that, you building together. But you got to make sure that that's something that you want to take on too, and that you're ready.
Yeah. And I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with learning about a person's past, but it should more so be, the relationship should be focused on, okay, how can we grow together? How can we grow from that situation or whatever
Instead
pain?
of reminding me of why I cried.
You constantly reminding me, and it's like, oh, we're friends because we went through this together. No, we're friends because we uplift each other and we grew from something that was hurting us, and it's in the past. We don't even speak of it anymore. That's that.
Yeah. And that make me think of a time when I had friends, and I'm gonna say they're doing different than me. You told me about this like recently before about I don't know who particularly it was, but like when you grow up, you have like these friends, and on social media or just in life, you see them doing different than you. You may be doing better than them, and sometimes in a way that becomes something that's inflicted on what you're doing, because they're like, oh, you acting like you doing better than me. Because I got messages like that, and it in a way it didn't mess me up, but I'm like, dang, I'm the person that when you really didn't have nothing, I was there, but then it's just. But
you know why they feel that way? Because
they wanted to bond when we was all poor. It's like,
yeah. And another thing, it's like we come from the same place. How you get there? Hard work and dedication.
I took the train.
Hard work and dedication. And y'all, I know people always be like, oh, don't take the long way. Don't take the long way. Take the short way. But listen, while taking that long way, it's so many things that you can pick up on the way to your destination that if you take the short way, you'll miss ABC. So it's like nothing is wrong with taking the long way. If other people want to take the short way, fine, let them. But when you take the long way, you pick up all these different experiences or whatever. boom, okay, now I know this, I know about this, I know this. So when you get to the destination, you prepared.
You're very prepared. You take on so much stuff. You just kind of like really never know. Like even with me building, it's so many people that reach out to me. My gosh, like you have to battle off like so much stuff. Cause I know as a model, as a model coach, as a leader, for me it's like people only see my beauty and how I look, but they really don't be knowing like who I am. And then it's like, even if, cause you know, celebrities, all that, I'm just getting a lot in this time now. But for me, that doesn't matter. It's one of those things to where like I'm really chasing my purpose. So you can't really do nothing for me. Like, you know how a lot of these girls, okay, I'm being an entrepreneur. If Boosie hit me up, I'm gonna see if he can invest in my business. No, your goal needs to be, you need to take that as confirmation. If people that high see you, that means people that high are coming to support you. Like, it's all type of people that reach out to me or be on my stories. I'll be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna reach out to them and be like, hey, you see my page? Can we do? I'm just not thirsty, because I just believe in my vision, and I believe that it's going to do the same thing that it does for the celebrities that have to go and be in the studio. I believe just my vision is just as strong. It is. You know, I just don't got to be in the studio, or I ain't got to do all that extra stuff, take pills, do perks.
Because you're going to take the long way. You're going to get to it.
So much. They invite you to everything.
Yeah, I'm turning people down right now.
You have to.
Yeah, because people will pull on your light, and I be tired. Like, I literally just had to tell somebody, like, look, I'm mentally exhausted. I've been running around for the last week. I got two upcoming events. I'm drained. I can't give you the time and energy that you want. I can't. And I'm not even gonna fake it. I feel like everybody be wanting that you know, that uppity person. I'm not always her. I'm tired. I'm just gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? But when I am her, I am at my best self. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to rest. I've had that time to, okay, now I can give you a little energy.
Yeah, you can. You be giving me all energy. You're like, what's going on?
Energy.
That's the best part about it. Always having good energy, and separate yourself from the world sometimes. Sometimes you feel like you gotta always be in the world. Like, for me, as an entrepreneur, you also gotta know when to post, when not to post. You can overpost, like, cause you just wanna continue to be seen by the world. Like, for me, it's one of those things where I know how to, you know, post something and then don't come back for a minute. Even though I know I have things to post, still hold back. Sometimes it's hard to hold back on stuff because you think it's just gonna do so good. And for me, it took me a while to learn that at first. So I'd be like, oh, this picture is so far, it's gonna do numbers. And that be the picture, they get no views, no numbers. You'd be like, oh my God, I really thought this was gonna be it. You have to learn how to take that break. It's okay to not be seen. Like, I literally don't go out for real, and I don't regret it, because I used to go out so much by myself with my friends sometimes, and I just would attach on all these different people, these different spirits, and I would go home feeling different. Then I'm at home trying to write down notes. I can't write, I can't think, I'm just clouded. You know, just with like
taking
so
on
much.
other people's energy. So it's like, it's clouding everything.
Yes, it is. It clouds it all
people
the time.
People do gravitate just naturally. And I be meeting so many people, y'all, and they just be talking to me, they tell me their business, don't know me from a can of paint. And I be like, wow.
You be like, oh yeah. I'd be like, what?
Okay.
Ooh, let's talk about what we learned.
Okay, so I have on a one-piece set from Two Posh Chicks, y'all. Shout out to Miss K. Go check her out, y'all. Okay, hold on.
That blue look good.
Listen.
Friend, that blue look real good.
Listen. Miss K, this for you, girl. But no, what you got on?
Well, I have on XP Luxury Wear. I just did a video. XP Luxury Wear. Make sure you follow it. The material is so good. I love it. It's real comfy. It's me.
It looks really comfy.
You know, I stand up just a little bit. You know,
a little something, little something like.
Why models do this? Look, they be like this at the end of the runway. I be like, what? Like, for real?
What's it?
What that shoulder, like, what does it do? Like,
I think it just like lets you know I'm here. Like,
why do it pop like that all the time? Who taught that?
I don't know.
Need to find out who in St. Louis who told them to pop their shoulder like that when they get down there.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'd be like, no, baby, just pose. It's
Hold it.
Just hold it. But the reason why I brought up the outfits, because real quick, you guys, I just want to talk about that because that Keke Palmer thing that they had.
What?
Because to me, I was watching it and it was, I don't know, it's like he kind of like following her like a babysitter. Because every time she's out in the car, he's behind her. Everything she do, he's always behind. A man's supposed to lead. So I feel like he's never took the lead. So now she's like doing what she want to do. That shit has always been a dream to her. So I just feel like what we're wearing, and this is like a positive advocate just like for women, is like to feel beautiful. Like for me, if I want to feel sexy, you know, different things like that, I may pop out and do something. You may see like a little butt cheek, but not the whole butt cheek. So that's really important.
Yes, you are still giving a little something without giving it all away.
Yeah, you have to. So I just wanted to say something about that because it's something that people tend to trip off of when they want to be themselves. I feel like she hasn't been allowed to be herself for a while. So now that she's grown into this grown woman body, she's wild on herself. She's like, oh my God, titties, oh my God, butt, oh my God.
And she looks damn good, baby. Keep flying that shit. Keep doing it.
So good.
Keep doing it, honey.
She said,
I'm here for this,
ain't
Keke.
married, she said, if you ain't married, then next baby daddy.
I'm not married yet. Or,
Yeah, but that was it on that, you guys. I just wanted to talk about, you know, just being sexy, being you. But Keke Palmer, we love you. Buns.
no, for real. Keep doing it. Keep, baby, keep. Keep. Just keep. That's all I'm going to say. Just keep.
Well, you guys, now that we are at... You see it? Do you see it? We play too much all the time.
Listen, well, that wraps up Power Talk with Tori and Savvy, y'all. If y'all got something that y'all want to tell us that y'all can't say, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Power Talk Worldwide.
Don't be scared either.
And subscribe to our YouTube. Come talk to us.
Come talk. We want to talk to you.
Yes.
Like and comment and share. Mwah.